go. This is the gorgeous, cute sample using the Candy Cane Christmas stamp set. We have Real Red and Crumb Cake going on all up in here. I am so excited about this card. It's very simple, very quick, but still super cute, especially with that red glimmer paper behind the sentiment here. We also have a few pearl accents scattered throughout. Here is that stamp set, Candy Cane Christmas. This thing is so cute. Lots of different things you can do with it. It does have a to from, so you could totally make tags. You could also do little goodie bags to put handmade goodies in, like sugar cookies, things like that. So super cute. So here are the materials we're using today. I have a circle punched out of Whisper White. This circle measures, let's see, this one is 2 inches for the red glimmer, and this one is 1 3/4 of an inch. Then I have some of that awesome Candy Cane Lane Baker's Twine. This is in Real Red, and it does come in a 2-pack with the Whisper White with the metallic red in it. And I'm using the Candy Cane Lane washi tape. That comes in a set of 5 rolls, and I did give 2 of these away in a previous giveaway. So I have these 3 left, which we're going to use on our card today. So that is awesome tape stuff. And I have a piece of Whisper White paper. This measures 3 3/4 by 5. And then I have my standard card base. It is cut long ways, so it is cut at 4 1/4, and then it is scored at 5 1/2. So, like I said, this goes together super, super quick. So the first thing that I'm going to do is stamp my bottom border, which is going to be out of these cute little candies. I have the little peppermints here, and I have my gumdrops here. I'm using Real Red, and I've mounted both of those peppermints up on the same block, and I'm going to run that as a border at the bottom of my page. So what I'm going to do is actually start off the page first, then I'll come in with my gumdrop, and then I'll go back to my sweets, but I'm going to rotate it this time because I want this one to be next to, actually I guess it's the same. I want this one to be next to that. Just kind of like a design element going on there so that I have those two similar. And then I'll put another little gumdrop guy over here. You can really, you know, stamp that however you'd like. I just think that's super cute. While I have my red out, I'm going to grab my 1 3/4 inch circle with my sentiment. This says, "Wishing you a sweet season." Ink that up. And this just fits on that circle. So my recommendation would be to stamp and then punch, but it's not too bad if you do it the way that I just did it too. It works. It's just you want to make sure you really get that lined up well. All right, and that is all for the red. I'm going to put that away and move my stamps so that I can get them all cleaned off in a moment. So real quick, we're going to adhere this to this, and dimensionals work really well to stick to that red glimmer paper. So I'm going to take 3. You probably only need 1, but who are we kidding? I'm the dimensional lady. I love using dimensionals all over the place. Okay, so then we're going to center that on the red glimmer paper. And I'm just going to kind of get my placement because what I want to do now is take my washi tapes and do kind of a little background for this guy to sit on top of. So let's take a strip of the stripe. We're going to put him kind of in the middle. He's going to kind of be our center piece. Let's see. Yeah. You want to make sure you can see around the edges of it. So it can either be high like that or it can be low down here. And you know what? I'm digging the lower. Yeah, I don't want it too much in the middle. I think I want it down. So that's going to be my top, one of my top strips. I'm going to put a piece of this, a little bit wider, and then I'll put a red polka dot on the top, a little bit narrower. And then, you know, you just kind of build it up. You could do the same thing with scraps of designer paper. it would be a really, really good way to use those really small scraps. Sometimes I'm like, what am I gonna do with these little tiny pieces? I don't want to get rid of them because they're too pretty. But you know, sometimes you just gotta. Now you don't see too much, but that's okay. I kind of like this simplistic style. You see just enough. It's not too much to make it too busy. I think it's just enough. So I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. Again, all the dimensionals in the world. Yes, dimension. Peel these suckers off, and then we'll pop him down. And boom. Okay. Now I'm going to take some Crumb Cake Classic Stampin' Pad ink. And I have this cute little star guy. And I'm just going to randomly stamp that all over, on and off the page. There. Super cute. Okay, that's all for the crumb cake. And now I'm going to take my twine, my baker's twine, and I'm going to, I want it to be long. I like the long tails on here, so it's going to be about the length of my card, so about that much. And then I'm going to wrap it around like this, and then I'm going to leave another tail that hangs down, and that's how I know how much I want, and then I can tie my bow. You can do one loop around like this. I just did one on this card, or you can do two, or you can do several. This card has two loops around and they kind of cross. I'm going to opt for one on here. So let's see if I can get this bow tied. Again, with me and the bows on live camera. Boom. Oh, those aren't as long as I thought they were going to be, but that's okay. They're still long enough. Okay. And then we'll just do that. There. Still long enough. Cute. Okay. Now, oh my gosh, you guys, this card is pretty much done. All we have to do is glue it to the front. Now, on my original card, I glued it down flat. I am bringing back in the dimensionals, and I'm going to pop this sucker up even for more height. Give me all the height. And then two in the middle. And then this card is basically done. What do you guys think of this? Is it too simple, or do you sometimes, you know, sometimes I like simple. I sometimes just want to zone out and make a whole bunch of cards at once, and this is one of those cards that you can really do that with. You could pop a ton of these out in a short period of time. Especially with that washi tape. Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. Sometimes simple is good, right? Especially in the afternoon after you've been crafting all day, but you know you still have some cards to make. Yes. This is such a simple and sweet set. I love it. Sweet, get it? Ha ha ha. I made a pun. Anyway, that is, oh, just a few more. Oh, no, just a little bit more. We need to put some pearls. We've got to have some pearls on here. So I'm going to cut off 5 of these little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll just, uh-oh. We got to pick up the glue is what we got to do. Pick up the whole strip. And then I'm just going to put that, I'm going to underline, basically underline the word season down here. Okay, and there it is, and now we are set. You can add a little pearl here if you want to as well, like I did on this sample, but I'm going to leave it off of this one. So very slight differences, but pretty much still both the same card. Here we go. The next sample is going to be this adorable treat case. I'm calling it a treat case because it kind of opens up almost like a suitcase. So this is made using the Thoughtful Branches stamp set. Super, super cute. It is currently still available. It does come in a bundle. You can save 10% when you purchase these products together. So here are the lovely stamps and the coordinating beautiful branches thinlits dies. They are still available, but they're very limited on supplies. So if you like this set, pick it up now before it is gone forever. Okay? So let me clean off a couple of my blocks so that I can reuse them with this stamp set here real quick. And then we will get started on this fun sample. If you're joining me for the first time, let me know what your name is. Let me know where you're from. I always love to give you guys shout outs and see what part of the world or country you are in. It's so much fun to me. And let me know how you found me. That is also such a fun thing for me. And it's very helpful for me to know where you saw me so I know if something's working or not. Okay. Denise, love this set. I know, Denise, right? Isn't this just the cutest set in the world? It is one of my favorites. All-time favorites. Linda says, I have this set and love it. I know, right? Good. This is such a great set. And it's so versatile. There's lots of different things you can do with it. It's just so fun. And Carrie says, first time Alabama on YouTube. Great. That's fantastic. I'm so glad you're joining me. And thank you for letting me know how you found me. That is fantastic. I love it when people see me on YouTube and then come over here. It's so great. Oh, it makes me so happy. Okay. I'm grabbing a couple of the stamps and then the sentiment thank you. So I have this fun little polka dot guy. I have these really cute little leaves. And then this leaf, this is my favorite leaf ever. It is so cute. Look at the detail on that leaf. So adorable. Thank you so much, Carrie. Ah, you're going to make me blush, but it's okay because you guys can't see my face. And then I have the thank you sentiment here. So those are the stamps we're using. The colors, we have Old Olive, Pumpkin Pie, and Rich Razzleberry. Doesn't this just scream fall? I love these colors so much. I think they are so pretty. And the supplies, here we go. I do have some linen thread, of course, to tie around our fun little treat case. And I have already prepared a few of these guys here. These are just the little nuggets that come in the little chocolate bags. And I have wrapped some designer series paper around those. These papers measure, look at my notes here, 1 3/8 of an inch by 3 1/4 of an inch. I have 3 different colors here. So in the same colors that I'm stamping my case in. And we're going to wrap one of those. I'll show you how I do that. I have a scrap of Whisper White for my thank you sentiment here. And then I have a scrap of Old Olive for my decorative label punch. And then this piece here measures 4 1/4 by 10 1/8. And this box it's not difficult, but there is a lot of scoring, cutting, and folding. So we're going to stamp first, and then we will get all of our accent pieces ready. Okay. So I'm going to line out. I'm going to bring you guys out a little bit here so that you can see the whole deal. Set these over here. We'll open these guys. Purple is the dots. Orange is the leaf. And green is the little leaf. Okay. And then also purple for the thank you sentiment. And I'll do that one first so I can get that out of the way. So I'm inking up Rich Razzleberry. And I'm just going to stamp it kind of up here in the middle because I'm going to be punching that out with the Duet Banner Punch. So I'm going to set that aside now. Bring my piece of paper back in. And I'm going to start with the Rich Razzleberry and the dots. And I am just randomly stamping this all over. And kind of rotate the stamp as you go just to get a little bit of variation here and there. Okay. We're basically making our own designer series paper at this point. And that's all I'm going to do for the Rich Razzleberry. So I'm going to put that one away. In with the leaf. Here we go. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? It's my favorite. It's my favorite ever. I'm going to try bringing you back in a little bit because I need you to see this. How beautiful that leaf is. I've seen a lot of really great things done with this set. So cute. Okay, and just do that kind of, you know, randomly all over as well. And now we'll put the pumpkin pie away and use our old olive and our little tiny leafy guy. I think these colors together are, ooh, okay, photopolymer for a reason. Let's see if I can do it. Not too bad. All right, I think these colors together are just stunning. I love how rich they are. They're rich colors to me, I think. That's the best way I can describe it, I think. So I'm just rotating my paper as I go. Or you can rotate your stamp, either or. Okay, almost. There, I think that'll do it. I think we are okay with that. And that's all that we are going to do with the ink. Let me punch these out real quick. Like, here's the duet banner punch. We're going to punch out the bottom one, and it just barely fits. It does cut off a little bit, but you know, I'm really okay with it because you can still see the word. So just kind of finagle it around until you get it where you want it. I'm not going to be too careful. There we go. That works. So I have my little thank you there. Now I'm going to take the decorative label punch and punch out some old olive. All right, now those are ready. I'm going to set those aside. And here we go with the scoring on the box. Are you guys ready? I'm grabbing out my Simply Scored board. And here we go with my stylus and the 10 1/8 inch length at the top. Let me bring out a little bit more so we can get the whole board in here. You can see the whole thing. There we go. Okay. With the long edge at the top, these are where we will score. 2 inches, 2.5, 4.5, and then the rest of them on this side, they're all in 1/8 increments, but I'll give you a tip. Turn it all the way around. So your score lines are over here now, and then just repeat those same 3 score lines. You don't have to worry about all this nonsense over here. So again, at 2, 2.5, and 4.5. Now, if you want these measurements, they are 5 5/8, 7 5/8, and 8 1/8. But again, that is so much easier to just turn it around and do the same 3 score lines on that side. Now rotate and have the short end at the top. We're going to score this at a 1/2 inch, which might be a bit of a squeeze. So if you want, you can score it a 1/2 inch from this side, which is what we're basically going to do on this side. So it's 3 3/4. So that's a lot easier to score on this side than it is on this side. So if you wanted to do 3 3/4 on that side, you could do the same thing here. Okay, there's the scoring for our box. Now it's time to grab our paper snips and do a little bit of cutting. So I'm going to turn this over, and hopefully you can still see those score lines okay. You know what? I'm going to fold it first. I was debating, but no, I'm going to go ahead and crease all of my score lines first, and then we'll do the cutting. Just because I think you might be able to see the lines a little easier that way. I was trying to, as I was coming up with this idea for Stamping Saturday, I was like, okay, I know I want a little chocolate goodie case, and I know I want it to kind of look like a suitcase, but how the heck am I going to do that? And then I don't know how I came up with this idea. I just really liked the suitcase idea. So I did see somebody on Facebook that actually made a suitcase. I believe it was Anne from Anne's Happy Stampers. I'm not 100%, but it was so cute. I'll have to look for it again and let you guys know. All right, so each of the score lines on the 1/2 inch edges, you're going to cut little wedges into, okay? So little triangle wedges, except for the middle. I'm going to cut straight up that one because we're going to get rid of this guy. So on the little tiny, I guess on the little tiny square flappy guy is where we're going to do our wedges. And pick those off. Okay. And we're going to completely cut away this middle section. I'm going to try and bend these out of the way so I don't get those caught in there. All right. So that's what we have so far. Do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to wedge out these. And this one. Cut up on that. Actually, I cut on the wrong side. I'm going to cut that off anyway. Cut up and then wedge. Okay. And make sure all those, oh, let's cut this guy away. I'm going to fold these out of the way, chop him off. There we go. Okay. And pull that guy off. Okay, so this is the template that you should have. We have a little section missing here and here. Okay, and then we've wedged out the little tabby guys right here. Hopefully you can see that okay. All right. Okay, so basically all we have to do is fold the box now. We're going to do a little bit of gluing. So we want to put some glue on these tabs on the right side of the box. So basically on this side of the box, you're going to put little glue on those little tabby guys. I'm going to grab out some fast fuse and just do a little bit on those. And you can do both sides at the same time. So we'll do this other side here. A little bit of fast fuse on that guy. There we go. Okay. Got my fast fuse on there. So now I am going to, basically the outside edges, those are going to fold on top of these, okay? So the little tabs go in like this. Okay. And then these edges are just going to fold over and glue down like so, okay? So we want to put a little bit of adhesive along those edges. Hold that back so you can see what I'm doing. And on the wrong side here, like this, and this side here, okay? So then fold that over and match up the edges. Just like this. Okay, there's one side, and we can do the other. Woohoo! Almost there. And there we go. One more side. I love this little box, and I love these colors. You guys, so cute. Okay, so there's our box, our little case, okay? So once we get our chocolates shoved in there, then we're just gonna fold it up like that, and then wrap it up and embellish it. So stinking easy and cute. Okay, where am I? Chocolate. Chocolate time. Yes, chocolate and coffee is such a good combination, I tell you what. Okay, so I've just cut a total of 6 pieces of my designer series paper. These are from the Brides collection in the same colors that I stamped with, and I'm going to be using the flower side for my last piece. So I'm going to run a little bit of adhesive on the wrong side, side that I don't want, then I'm just going to simply tuck it up and fold it over and glue it down. Okay, and there is that. So now I can tuck these yummy little chocolates into my box. So I'm just going to do one side at a time, just like this. Really cute way to use your designer series paper and give a stinking cute gift to somebody. So when I fold it up, I kind of press in on the middle here just to hold them in place, and then I just fold it like that and they stay perfectly fine. Okay, so now we can take some of that linen thread and wrap it around a couple times. Chop that off. You can tie a knot or a bow, whatever suits your fancy. Let's see if I can do a bow. I haven't had too much trouble with the bows today. Not like I've had in the past. My goodness. Those of you that have watched me for a while, you know the struggle is real. The bow struggle. Okay, so there we go. And you can just kind of, you know, fan those out however you would like them to appear. You can do them more uniform. You can do them super messy, whatever you like. Now to bring these pieces back in, I'm going to take some Wink of Stella, of course, because when do I not use Wink of Stella? And I'm just going to brush that all over my old olive cardstock here. So pretty. And I'm just being really messy because I just like that look. Just boom, a little bit of glitter. And now I'm going to take the edge of some dimensionals and put that on my banner. I'm going to put that into the middle like this. And 2 dimensionals on either side. And I say either side of this because when you put it on here, if you want to be able to open it and close it again and feed that linen thread back through, you want to leave a gap in between your dimensionals so that your linen thread doesn't stick to it. That way you can take this off and put it back on. Say the recipient that is receiving this from you wants to give it as a gift as well. They're now able to because this can easily be removed and re-added. And there we go. There's our fun, really cute, oh, I'm so in love with that, our little treat case. Okay, what do you guys